Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your girl Jennifer Watson here, and today we're talking about what is the difference between the law of attraction and magic. Well, I'm going to tell you there is no difference between either one. Both of these methods are designed for you to bring about some kind of result through your intention. Whether you're setting your intention for a desired goal or result through your thoughts and beliefs, or you're setting your intention to get to an ultimate goal through the use of materials like candles, oils, and things like that. I always tell each one of my customers, if they were to ask and if we were to get into this conversation, is that your belief and your thought is the absolutely most important tool that you can have in your toolbox of tricks to bring about a change or a result or a goal. That's it. The only difference between these two methods is that you've already set it in your mind that you want to get something accomplished, and you can use your thoughts and you can use your beliefs. But sometimes you might need a little extra enhancement. And those enhanced items would come in the form of candles, of with oils, with dirts, with powders, with crystals, with who knows? There's a lot of things out there. And we use these things just as a building block to get to our goal. Now, how does that all work? How and why are these things considered building blocks, considered tools, considered things that we can use to create some kind of magical scenario to help us get to our goal? Well, let me break it down for you a little bit. If you were to use simply the law of attraction, which a lot of times it works if you know how to work it right. When we use the law of attraction, we're only setting out to get there by our thoughts and the frequency that we're vibrating with. Well, if you set a very, very ambitious goal and you're having some issue with the belief that you'll get to that goal, then you're going to be vibrating a bit lower. You're not going to be matching up with your goal. And I'm talking about frequency wise. So then let's march on down to the local metaphysical store and get some candles to help enhance the energy that I'm vibrating at, to sometimes act as a substitute for what we're lacking to bring about that desired change. And so that is where these items come in at. That's where they become tools. Because where we might be lacking, these items can actually substitute for what we don't have. Now, let me talk a little bit further about these tools, right? Because these tools can come, like I said, candles, oils, herbs are a big one because I love herbs. How do these work? I mean, I got the law of attraction, and yeah, I might not quite believe that I'm going to get there, so I'm going to go and get these items. But how do I even know, how do these things work? How are they going to help me get to where I want to go? Well, just as we have the ability to vibrate at a certain frequency, so does everything else around us. And so over many years, people have always used some form of tool to or divination to be able to help activate these things that live within us and inside of us. And so these things, they also vibrate at a frequency. And those frequencies are paired up with intention. So let me dig a little bit deeper, right? Everybody tends to know about crystals. Crystals are, and believe it or not, rocks grow. If you don't believe me, take a look at some scientific studies that talk about rocks growing. And if rocks are growing, then they're definitely some kind of living being of some sort. They might not have a spirit per se, but it is living. And if it can live just like we do, maybe not grow at the same rate, then who are we to say that that crystal can't vibrate at a certain frequency? That crystal, for example, let's do the topic of money. Money when you're looking at crystals. Some crystals that correspond with that would be like citrine, moss agate, lodestones, magnetic sand, which is essentially iron shavings. These things frequent or have the frequency of money. Let's break it down even more. What does that mean? That means that these items have qualities that are alike with money. So if you're looking at something that has a color like gold, most citrine crystals do have a gold type color to it, wouldn't it be peculiar that the color of that crystal corresponds with, say, gold, with actual gold? The golden undertones to that crystal matches with the same frequency that gold has. And what is gold? Gold has been the most circulated form of currency around the world for millennia. And so do you see how that works there? It's not only the frequency that's in that item, but it's also our mental association with that item. And it doesn't always have to be conscious. It can definitely be subconsciously already planted. Now, let's take a look at another item, magnetic sand. Magnetic sand and lodestones. If you've ever worked with lodestones before, they're actually magnetic. They really are. And the sand actually can attach itself to the lodestones. So what do we want to do with money? We want to attract it to us, just as though that lodestone does with the magnetic sand. And so you're taking that quality, that frequency of that item and pairing it up with what you want to do and what you want to accomplish. And in our example, we're using money. Okay? All right, now let's take it even further. Candles. Our goal is to attract money. And if we're going to use candles, what colors would go with money, right? You're thinking silver, gold, green. Most people probably would have said green by now. Green subconsciously planted into our thoughts, in our subconscious, subconsciously planted is what I'm trying to say, to correspond green with money. And so if we're doing candle work, what color are we going to choose? Most times we're going to choose green if silver or gold is not available. And so do you see how this works? How the law of attraction, yeah, we can use that, to build up our thoughts and I've attracted a lot of things without the use of these tools. So I'm not saying that it's not possible to do that, but it does help sometimes to be able to have something else that's going to enhance and to really further along our goal and our intention, our desire. So let's bring it back to the original question before we go. What is the difference between the law of attraction and magic? Really, there's absolutely nothing. It really just depends on what your desire is, what your goal is, and how you want to bring about that change. So that is all. Hopefully, if you have any questions, definitely drop them down in the comments below. Yeah, we can chat about it. Definitely have absolutely no problem in being able to get back to y'all and let you know. So have a beautiful rest of your day, night, morning, whenever you're watching this, and I'll talk to you soon.